Hey, what's up, Improvement Warriors? Jason Yun back with you again. Welcome to the first Q&A, Improvement Warrior Athletic Revolution Q&A section. Didn't get any questions, so I have specific questions that we're going to cover. As I mentioned in the emails, calories is going to be one of them, and artificial sweeteners will be another, and sleep will be the other. So three of the top most important things in order to get your health correct. And that's the most important thing, is focusing on health, not focusing on weight. Because if you focus on weight, then you're going to pretty much screw over your health. Okay? But if you get healthy, your weight, your body fat, your energy levels will naturally go where they should. So in terms of calories, so I've had a lot of people ask me, and it's number one most important thing that I tell people is go through my nutrition blueprint, the Look Better Naked nutrition blueprint. So there's a formula in there that will help you determine what your BMR is. BMR is basal metabolic rate. And there's an easy way. You can Google it as well. Just put in BMR calculator with activity. And let's do this now for myself here. Let me share my screen here, and we will go, hold up, we will go find it, and I'll enter my numbers. So hopefully you can see my screen now, and I'm going to go in Google BMR calculator with activity. And the calculatorsite.com is the one that I will typically use. So it looks like this. And then you've got two down here. So you've got metric, and I use the imperial since that's more, metric is more like UK kind of stuff. Okay, so imperial BMR calculator. And gender, so obviously I'm a male. And before my vacation, I was around 175, 177. Now I'm around 190 and a half. So quite a few pounds put on vacation, but it's all good. It'll go away. 5'10". So we'll do it as I'm now. All right, so 190 and very active. Okay, very hard. Okay, so I'm actually super active, but I will typically just do the very active. So 5 or 6 to 7 days of hard exercise or sports. And you would just pick yours based on it. So most of you are working out 2 to 3 times per week. So there's the 3 to 5 right there. And then hit calculate BMR there. So my BMR, basal metabolic rate, is 1,778. Okay, so that means my body will burn 1,778 calories each day if I engage in no activity for the entire day. So basically, if I just lie in bed all day long doing nothing, 1,778 is the amount of calories that my body needs to function correctly. Okay, if I consume less than 1,778 for too long, my body will start to go into what's known as survival mode. Okay, so it's okay if I go under this 1, 2, 3, 5 days a month. Okay, but if I'm doing it week in, week out, in, day out, it's going to shut my body down, and my metabolism is going to start to slow down, and I'll go over survival mode here in a bit. But my BMR plus activities is right here. It's 3,067 calories. So 3,067 calories is the number of calories I would need to consume to maintain my body weight. Now, most people watching this, they want to lose fat, lose weight. So we would need to eat a little bit under this, okay? Not too much, because eating too little, again, will put me into survival mode. So in order to burn fat, I would probably be consuming anywhere between 2,600, 2,800, okay? But I would never do that on a consistent basis because the body is smart. So I'm always calorie adjusting. But or calorie cycling. So I'm going, maybe one day I'll have 2,600, another day 2,800, next day 2,900. Some days I'll go over the 3,000, 67. Okay, it all just depends. So the most important thing is going through that nutrition ebook, figuring out your BMR calculator or calculation, and then letting me know what it is, and then I can give you a recommendation on what to do based on that. Okay, but never ever go too long under your BMR. So that is the number that you need to, your body needs to function properly. Okay, that includes your brain. So regardless of how many calories you consume, your brain is automatically going to take 20% right off the top. Okay, and if it's not getting enough, then certain things are going to start to malfunction. Okay, because the brain is basically controlling everything. All right, so I'm going to share another thing here. This is my presentation that I did on calories. There's just 3 things in here I want to share real quickly. Let me find it. All right, here it is. And I'll post the link for the entire presentation. But calories and toxins. So why eating less, move more doesn't work, and how toxins keep you sick and fat. Okay. Let me find the most important things. So I always share this. Is a calorie a calorie? Okay, so we have disturbances in energy balance. So if a trend of calories out exceeds calories in, then weight decreases. Okay, so you eat less than you burn off. You burn off more than you consume. So weight decreases. If you consume more than you burn off, then weight increases. Okay, and then finally, if it's equal, calories in, calories out is equal, then weight remains stable. If this was 100% true, then everybody who's ever been on a diet would have the perfect health, the perfect body, perfect energy. And we all know that's not the case. So we are living in a society where we have 75% or more obesity or overweight. And that's a big issue. So calories in versus calories out does not work. Okay, and let's see here. Okay, so in the presentation, I go over a lot of stats and everything. So we have a 99.2% chance of getting the calories wrong by balancing in and out. 99.2% chance of getting it wrong. It does not work. Okay, let me see here. Here's the other thing. Here is survival mode. So these are the things that are going to put you into survival mode. When you're in survival mode, your body's job is basically to keep you alive. And see, these are the things that will keep you in survival mode. So dieting, too little calories. You never, ever, 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 ever want to go on a diet. So I consider a diet will be too little calories. So if you're a woman and you're working out 2 or 3 times a week, 1,500 calories or less is for me considered a diet. If you're a man, 1,900 calories or less. And obviously there's certain factors that will determine how many calories. So again, do that BMR calculation to figure out where you should be. Okay. Emotions. So if you are out of control with your emotions, that will put you into survival mode. Too much stress, that will put you into survival mode. Sleep, and we'll cover sleep here in a little bit. Sleep is, in my opinion, the most important thing in regards to your health. If you're not getting the proper sleep, you're never going to lose weight. You're never going to be healthy. That's just a fact. So we need to get sleep in order. Exercise. So exercise is a stress to the body. It causes inflammation. Okay. So we need to recover from it. We need to recover with the proper amount of calories, the right type of calories, and the right type of sleep. And yeah, so all that is going to help recover you. So if you're in a constant state where you're dieting, but you're exercising hardcore and you're not getting the recovery that you need, you're not getting the protein that you need, then your body is just going to be in a constant state of survival mode. And when you're basically in survival mode, your body's trying to store as much body fat as possible, because body fat will be the last thing to go when you're in survival mode. Okay, high blood sugar, high insulin levels. Okay, blood sugar and high insulin levels, really it's caused by too much carbohydrate or excess carbohydrate. Okay, and then you have chronic diseases. So if you have a chronic disease like diabetes, coronary heart disease, cancer, stroke, etc., any type of disease, okay, that's going to put you into a state of survival mode. But we can usually cure certain diseases, especially metabolic diseases like diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and stroke, through proper lifestyle. So managing stress, sleep, exercise, not dieting, all that stuff. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to show here was this study by Ansel Keys. Now, I do consider Ansel Keys to be the Hitler of nutrition, just because he's basically the reason we fear fat and cholesterol to this day. But he did do one thing good, and that was the Great Starvation Diet. So in 1944, he took 36 men. For 12 weeks, he fed them a baseline of 3,200 calories. Then for 12 weeks, he started the starvation diet for these men. The starvation calories that he fed them was 1,571, or somewhere around there. Okay, so the results were average weight loss 152 to 115, and you can read them here. Heart rate dropped from 55 to 35. That was to preserve the metabolism and keep the men alive. 21% reduction in strength. Everyone had mental decline and depression. They all felt cold all the time. They had the same mindset. They didn't feel skinny as anorexics. They just felt other people looked fat, and they were hungry all the time, or crungry, cranky and hungry, as I like to call it. Okay. After the study, so in total it was 12 weeks plus 12 weeks, so 24 weeks, which is 8 months, right? Yes. 24 divided by 4. Yes, 6 weeks. 6 months, sorry. Okay, so 6 months. And afterwards, they concluded it took 4,000 calories to bring their metabolism back to normal. And this was of at least anywhere between 1 month to 4 months of feeding them 4,000 calories to bring the metabolism back to normal. Okay, so every time you diet or you don't consume enough calories that you need, your body is basically going into starvation mode, and you're hurting your metabolism, and you're going to make it harder as you get older, the more you do that. So you need to figure out, again, go through the nutrition ebook, figure out your BMR calculator, or BMR calculation, go to that calculator, figure it out. And if you don't know what to do from there, then ask me questions. That's why I'm here. Okay? Can't do this on your own. All right. So that's that with calories. And again, I'll hook up the link to the full presentation for that. And I've got a whole bunch of other calorie presentations. You can go to my YouTube channel, YunTraining. You can also follow me on Facebook. I think the hashtag on Facebook is Nutrition with Yun. And the YouTube site, just search calories, and there should be a bunch of videos that pop up. But next thing I want to talk about is, and this is going pretty long, I didn't expect it to go that long on that, but these other ones are going to be pretty short. So sleep. I have the 5 pillars of health. My 5 pillars of health is: number 1 is sleep, number 2, stress management, number 3 is nutrition, number 4 is exercise and workouts, number 5 is rest and recovery. All 5 of them connect together, some more closely than others, but sleep is number 1, most important. If your sleep is not right, then you're not going to get healthy, you're not going to lose the weight that you want. Okay? Number 1 thing in regards to sleep is basically getting good sleep, getting into deep REM sleep. So if we don't get into deep REM sleep, we can sleep 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, and still not recover from from the previous day. So the goal of sleep is to basically recover the body from everything that it's gone through, okay, and make everything function optimally. We can't do that if we're not getting in deep REM sleep. Number 1 thing to get into deep REM sleep is these. So these are my blue blockers. Okay, there are many different types. These are just basically orange construction glasses, UVEX glasses. I'll post a link down below. But these are probably one of my favorites. I have another pair that is red. There's official blue blockers. My wife is wearing hers right now, so I can't take them off her. But Yeah, they basically block the blue light. So when we have lights like the white fluorescent lights, they emit a blue light. So our body will still think that it is daytime. So it'll think it's like 2 p.m. and the sun's shining on us. Okay, if we're exposed to too much blue light at night, it will mess up our melatonin release. Okay, so melatonin is the sleep hormone. It's supposed to help us get into deep REM sleep. And if it's being blocked and we have too much blue light shining, it will raise our cortisol level, which is our stress hormone, and it will lower the melatonin, which is the opposite of what we want to do. We want to raise the melatonin as we get closer to bed and lower the cortisol. Okay? But if we're exposed to too much blue light, then it's going to mess everything up. And it may take us longer to get to sleep. It may take us, we may never ever get into that deep REM sleep. Or we might not have the proper number of cycles that we need of sleep throughout the day. So it's not about the quality or the quantity of sleep. It's about the quality. So 8 hours, that's, some people may need 8 hours. Some people may need more. Some people may need less. But it is about getting the quality sleep and getting as many REM cycles as we can get. And these will help. So I typically put these on usually when I come home from the training, from the gym. I'll put them on, and or just typically if I'm home, when the sun goes down, I'll put them on when the sun goes down, and then I'll wear them until bedtime. Okay. Also, the other thing is I'll have these orange fluorescent lights. So instead of the white lights, okay, so they're not very bright. So I'll just plug in the white light here real quick. So as you can see, a lot brighter with the white light, but it's emitting a blue light. Okay. So I just came back from vacation, so I take these travel ones wherever I go. Where is it? Okay. So it's just there, just an orange fluorescent light. You can also do an amber or a red light. You just want to make sure it just does not have any blue lights. So don't buy a blue light or a white light. Okay. Orange, amber, red are the best color spectrums that pick out the blue light. There's also companies that will make these lights. I have not purchased them, but I heard they're pretty awesome. They are more of a white light, but the blue light spectrum is taken out somehow. I'll post links down below for all that stuff. And then, yeah, if you have any questions on it, let me know. Okay. Finally is the artificial sweeteners. And we're going a little long here, but artificial sweeteners, we do want to avoid those as much as humanly possible. In my opinion, they are worse than sugar because they basically, because sugar, you actually have calories. Artificial sweeteners, there's no calories whatsoever. But the body, or the tongue and the body, they taste that sweetness and they are expecting some type of nutrition to come. So with sugar, you have some type of nutrition with it. You have calories, which is going to feed the body more than like artificial sweeteners. Okay, obviously there's better forms than sugar to feed the body with. So if there is an artificial sweetener that you have to check the ingredients, okay, because they're trying to hide all this stuff. So if it is sweet and has 0 calories, there's an artificial sweetener in it. If it's low calorie and it's really sweet and there's no sugar in it, there's an artificial sweetener in it. Okay. Pops, diet sodas, those are the first things that need to go. Okay. If you are addicted to pop, then and you're drinking diet soda, I would recommend switching to regular soda because it is better than diet soda. Okay. Diet soda, Diet Coke, we use at our gym, we use it as a toilet bowl cleaner. Okay, because it is that powerful and it's cheaper than like regular toilet bowl cleaner. Okay, it's very acidic, and police, they'll use it to, police, EMS, fire, they'll use it to, when there's blood on the highways, they'll pour it on there to get the blood out of there. Okay, so imagine what that is doing to your insides if you're drinking that and consuming it. Very, very acidic, very bad. There's artificial sweeteners in there. The top artificial sweeteners, you're going to have Splenda, you're going to have NutraSweet, you're going to have um, Acesulfame. What's the other one? Acesulfame, potassium. There's a bunch of them. Well, I'll post a link. I have a document that it has all the sugar, all the other sugar substitute names that you need to be avoiding. Okay, I'll post a document for that. Aspartame is probably the big one. Okay, and yeah, that's it. So we want to avoid those, get them out. Check the ingredient labels. Always be reading the ingredient labels, regardless. Okay, if there's something on there that you can't pronounce, then it probably should be kicked out of your nutrition plan, or you can have it for a treat day or a treat meal, something like that. Okay, but that's all I wanted to cover today. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in class and see you on the next one. We'll be doing this every week 2 of every phase, so about every 5 weeks on a Sunday. Usually we'll do it earlier, but today was a little different. That's it. Have a great day. Stay strong. Stay positive. Be the improvement warrior.